Why physics may replace all other sciences. Have you ever wondered whether all the sciences connect with each other? Why do we have different fields of science for one single reality? Can we build a theory of everything, a unitary science, and can we reduce all other sciences to it? Now, you could argue that we are splitting up sciences only because doing so allows us to develop a more nuanced understanding of phenomena which are different from each other in scale or kind. This would be a purely practical argument, meaning there's no real necessity for different fields. Instead, it is just easier to not always look at everything from the perspective of atoms. Or you might be convinced that the delimitations of sciences are not due to these practical considerations, but that instead some things cannot be explained by, let's say, physics. You could argue that as you walk up the scale of matter, new phenomena emerge, and that this emergence creates something new that is independent from the underlying parts. A science would thus never be universal, but rather only cover a fragment of reality. This, of course, would not be a practical, but a fundamental challenge to a unitary science. In a world where everything has a cause and all causes are connected, one could, in order to explain a phenomenon, always go back to the first cause. In such a world, physics could explain everything, since everything is made up of physical matter. We could do away with biology. But wait a minute. As of today, we're not at all able to explain all biological laws by means of referring to laws of physics. So maybe a better working definition of reducibility would be to say that all biological phenomena could be, had one sufficient knowledge at least in theory, be explained by the laws of physics. So yes, in that sense, if one assumes the world to be deterministic, everything is at least theoretically reducible to physics. Now let me introduce to you why there's doubt regarding the possibility of reduction. To keep the video short, we will have to focus on only one argument, but it is the strongest one. It founds itself on the principle of multiple realizability. Now bear with me. That principle simply states that there is not one single physical property that would achieve one single state of mind. I can feel the exact same thing, but my brain can create this feeling in many different ways. Therefore, the unicausal connection between my physical state of mind and my conscious state of mind is broken. Without full connection, there is no reduction. So which side do we take? Well, one way to look at it would be to ask oneself which side bears the burden of proof. Both sides make claims. One argues for the existence of something, which needs proof. The other for the impossibility of something, which certainly also needs proof. You see, I'm aware that there is much more to the problem than what I've presented. Think about the question of free will, the mind-body problem, or the problem of determinism in general, especially in light of quantum mechanics. But since the question of unitary science, in my opinion, touches on the heart of science itself, it is certainly worth thinking about it. I will recommend the following 3 texts. The Unity of Science as a Working Hypothesis by Oppenheim and Hilary Putnam, The Structure of Science by Ernest Nagel, and The Disunity of Science by Fodor. Thank you for watching, and good luck solving the issue.